Hello everyone and welcome to my TJ Silver channel. Today I want to talk about buffing your polymer clay and buffing it with a tool like a dremel. Mine is called a Clark, but it is very similar overall to a dremel. And really just the benefits of doing this. Some people like to polish their pieces of work, some people like to keep them matte. Depending on what you're making. If I'm making a flat pendant, I do like to give it a bit of a sand if I can, unless I feel that when it comes out the oven it doesn't need it. You know, some don't. Sometimes you can just get a piece of denim and just run that over it and it comes up lovely. But if you are someone that likes to sand and would like to have a go at buffing and is not too sure how to use one, then I hope this becomes helpful for you. Now this piece here I hope you can see that, but I have actually buffed this side with the tool but not this side, and I'll show you on this side how I actually use the buffing tool. But this piece I did sand and this piece I didn't, and I've also done the same. This top half is where I've buffed it with a tool and the bottom half I haven't yet, but I haven't sanded this at all. These are just two pieces of scrap clay, predominantly Primo. Obviously that lovely grey colour that we get sometimes when we mix all our clays together, and it's really just for demonstration purposes, to be honest. I do like to use these sort of sandpapers, and I believe they're the micromesh sandpapers. They're the soft ones, wet and dry, and they're just a bit easier because you can sort of wrap them around your fingers, and just I find that you can get into sort of places a little bit easier with these ones. They start at 1500. Go right up to 12,000, although I don't really think I've gone much beyond sort of 3.2, 3.6 if I'm honest. And as you can see, these three are the ones that I use the most. They do last a long time. I may well treat myself to another one of those, but that won't be for a little while. But that's what I've done. I've just done this piece. That's all I did, and it wasn't long. I didn't spend too much time. It was about 5 minutes, I should think, in total of sanding. And like I say, this one I didn't do anything at all. Now I'll just show you my tool, and mine, like I say, is a Clark. Very similar, I would think, to a Dremel looking tool. It is just a long tubular tool, and it has your on-off switch, and then mine has a dial here, which is, I've always got mine set at 1. That's as fast as it needs to go. This one goes up to just beyond 5, they call it max. But I've never ever gone up that high. And like I say, mine's a Clark. A lot of people have the Dremel type ones, and you can get all sorts of tools that can go with those. This is the handle end, which has got the polishing mop or burr, as they are actually called, and I get these from a place called Cooks and Gold. I can leave a link below, and this is just like they call it a wool burr. Now some people can make these with sort of like using pieces of denim, and that's very effective, but it is, you know, you want this soft, definitely want this soft. Some people use like a calico, I think it's called. It's almost like material, like a lining material in a way, and they use that in a similar sense. I've not used one. I've not had a small enough one that's floppy enough, really, because obviously when they spin they do get quite stiff. So anyway, I'll show you with this one what I mean, and how really the sort of pressure I would use. I just hope that I can relay that okay for you. So here goes. You'll have to excuse the noise. It is a bit loud. Okay, so I would just literally start by just almost stroking it in a way, and it really is just a very, very touchy-feely thing. I'll show on my nail that I'm not putting any pressure at all really on it. Yes, I can feel that, but it doesn't cause me any pain. I wouldn't recommend that you do it, but it's really just trying to demonstrate how much pressure you use. Now, as you get more used to using it, you will find that you will get a bit quicker, and you'll be able to run this over it quite quickly. You'll get more used to doing the edges. What I would say is, please ensure that you have a good grip, because if this catches, and it will flip your piece, and it could be quite nasty. Anyone stood nearby might get a donk in the head, or if you're like me, it's often hit me on my forehead. But you live and learn, as they say. So this really is just about just touching the piece and just keeping it moving. Don't hold it in one place, because that again can cause it to score or to burn. And you would see that, you would see like a burr mark on it. So that's really all I'm going to do on that. This is a piece that has only not been sanded, but I've only done half again. And again, it is really just about laying that on there just very gently and just giving it. And you will see as you're doing it, you'll notice a change of colour, and you'll notice the shine start to come through. I also have here a little swirl bead, of which I've done partly that side. And it's really to show you that you can go quite small, you know, you can have something quite small in your hand and you can buff it. I do round beads too, but like I say, when you're doing these sort of things, do be aware that they can easily shoot off. So it might pay to wear some form of safety glasses when you're first starting out on doing this. And I have got a couple of round beads here, or this is a good example. This is a small, just a, I don't know, Biocon or something they call this. And again, it really is just about buffing very gently. They can take time to do, obviously, these smaller beads, but you know, if you just want that sheen look to it, you don't want to add any polish or any varnish, then I highly recommend this. I'll turn this off now, or it deafens everyone. And that's all I would do. I might, if I wanted to, give this a coat of Renaissance wax. Again, I would just apply it with a piece of like t-shirt material, just a very small layer, and you can, you know, put a very thin layer on and then use your buffing wheel and buff it up, and that works really well too. But you know, you can see that it definitely does give it a good shine. This probably isn't the best example. I mean, it is just a dull piece of grey clay. But, you know, if you have something that does have, you know, some really vibrant colours in there and you want to bring those out, but you don't really want to varnish it, then I would highly recommend you getting a tool like this. And like I say, probably have a go, you know, a little bit of practice, you know, use a bit of scrap clay and make up some flat pieces, maybe a couple of beads, and just have a practice. It will come and you will get very used to using it. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope to be able to bring you some more videos very soon. Thank you very much, and if you want to leave any questions, please do so. Please do this with that thumbs up thing if you like, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe if you want to, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.